This is Minister Paul. I'm a watchman on the wall located in Northern California. Righteous Cry Ministries. So I want to get right into this, directly into it. It's 4/24/19, a Wednesday, 1:41 p.m. out here in California, PST. So we need to discuss some things. This video warning was made on April 18th. And so that's going to be, what, 6 days ago? Tomorrow will be a week. A week ago I made this warning, and it was how the false prophet, basically I believe the false prophet is the Pope, and how he's going to be in power during tribulation, and how close we are to tribulation starting. And then I was discussing military movement, which it's not only just now in Sacramento County, I'm getting emails, it's everywhere. And then it was a California warning. And the warning was that these attacks, which now ISIS has claimed responsibility for the Notre Dame attack, that they weren't over and they would continue. And specifically warning Florida and California again. So this was April 21st, so 3 days ago. So this story is kind of breaking out here in California, but what's really interesting is this is the only channel I could find that's airing this right now. And so I had said that the 415 was from the Bay Area. Let me see if I can find that. So in the video warning I made yesterday on April 23rd, 2019, I was showing that there was a lot of things. I was showing a lot of things if you're watching this for the first time. But I was showing how this plot and scheme was planned to happen in the Notre Dame Cathedral fire here. And I was also mentioning to watch something come to New York and United Nations, and how amazing it was that it was also April 23rd, except 3 years ago. So the warning for Notre Dame came out April 23rd, 2016, and I was talking about something is still to come from New York, and we should be watching for some type of warning, movement, or statement come out of the United Nations. And I explained all how that was happening with this triangle here of the area. Based on Jared Kushner's talk yesterday in New York on 5th Street concerning the Middle East peace plan that he believes will be released in June after the Ramadan. It has 3796 views as of right now. And I want you to notice something. This video right here. Plot and scheme. Paris, London, New York, United Nations. April 23rd, 2016. The same day I did the update. April 23rd, 2019. 3 years later to the day. And so now this article comes out, and I've now found the location, the exact location of where it happened. So this is being called domestic terrorism. This event happened today, 4/24, where in California. And matter of fact, they're reporting this out of the San Francisco Bay Area. So what I was explaining before this happened, the day before this happened, that 415 was the area code to the Bay Area. And it's also the area code where Kushner gave his speech. And so that we should see something happen, some type of attack in the Bay Area. See this 415 Fifth Avenue between 37th and 38th. So Jared Kushner gave this speech in New York yesterday concerning the Middle East peace plan announcement in June after Ramadan, and he gave it at 415 Fifth Avenue, which is same exact address I had been looking at years ago. And so now here's the story. So I don't know if there's any deaths or not, but 8 people are critical. The man, they're going to release his mugshot about an hour here. In about an hour, they're going to release the mugshot of this man in California media, they claim. And the feds and federal investigators are now involved in this because there's no signs. There's witnesses that he intentionally went up on the sidewalk and struck a lot of people and mowed them down. And there's no signs of him braking. He actually sped up. And so witnesses said it was intentional. Today's date, April 24th at 11:14 a.m. this is being reported. And so she gives a speech. The FBI is now involved, intentionally slammed his vehicle into 8 people on a Sunnyvale street, severely injuring several of them. I understand it's 8 that are severely injured. And when you come down here, it says the driver did not slow down, did not try to avoid the victims, and also may have accelerated at the last moment. Sunnyvale police could not rule out domestic terrorism as a possible motive. So I'm going to tell you, my conclusions on this. But if you go down here, they responded to the crash at 7:30 p.m., which had to have been yesterday, looking at this now. This was yesterday, the same day. This happened on April 23rd, the same day at 7:30 at night. I just now caught this. Yet, look. Oh, no, here's a picture. I don't want to show too much of that, but it's the same day, April 23rd. He was going at least 60 miles an hour. So here it gives the intersection. I was curious on this because I was born in this area, in this exact area, San Jose, Sunnyvale. This is where I was born, right? And so I'm familiar with the area. And so I found the location right here, and I Google Earthed it, and here it is. It occurred on El Camino Real, which is a major road. I mean, it goes for dozens of miles throughout this San Jose and Sunnyvale, etc. area. And the cross is Sunnyvale-Saratoga Road. And so as I was viewing this, the Holy Spirit led me to do a video on this as a warning of much more to come. And he said, simply look around the area. I don't know how God does it, but he's given me this Google Earth to prophesy to nations in certain areas of warnings of things before they happen. Now, if you come down here, the first thing I saw right here is look what's just like a couple blocks south of where the guy did this. It's Hyde Park. Here's where he did it, and here's Hyde Park right here. Hyde Park. And I'm like, well, that sounds real familiar. And then I scrolled out, and I was looking, and then of course, you see the 370. I'll see if I could replicate it. Just came down here like this. If I can't replicate it, it's okay. I want to show you Hyde Park warning. Yeah, I might have missed it, but it's down here somewhere. Let me just do this again. So then I was zooming in. So many things that are confirmations for me. But let's see if we could replicate it. I don't want to spend too much time on there, but it was 237. It was Highway or State Road 237 if you want to Google that. Let's see if we can. It's not really my focus, though. It's just one of those things. I'm not going to mess with that. It's just a distraction. Let me take you back to the video. So here's Hyde Park. And here's the domestic terror attack. There's a 3-7 in here somewhere. I don't know where. And then we go back to the video. And I search Hyde Park. Because it sounds familiar. And this is the video that pops up. The warning to New York, United Nations, Paris, London, confirmed by the Notre Dame fire on the same day as the attack yesterday, exactly 3 years later, same exact date. And in the keywords, I was wording Hyde Park. And I was explaining how there's a Hyde Park here, and you can see the keywords I used. And there's also a Hyde Park over in their area, across the pond. Matter of fact, let's search that. And so, Hyde Park, London, see? I was explaining that they're somehow connected. Look at, is this Hyde Park, London, and there's a Hyde Park, New York, and then there's a Hyde Park where the accident, I don't want to say accident, intentional domestic terrorism act here. But this is showing London violence, machete-wielding gangs fight in front of terrified families. There's so much happening. Whatever. This cookie thing's getting out of control. It took place in Hyde Park yesterday, the same day. Follow me on this. 423, machete-wielding gangs. I mean, here is this video of this. Crazy. Are you kidding me with this stuff? What is going on in this world? My gosh. So there's that, you know, the world's gone mad. So it's the same day, and I searched for Hyde Park, and it's the same day, April 23rd, and I'm showed this crash, and I could only find this one agency reporting it with the keywords I used, and it's the same day. And it was an attack. Oh wait, this is information right here. Several news outlets reported that the car was registered to 34-year-old Isaiah J. Peoples of Sunnyvale. So there's a lot of information. There's a lot of things happening. A lot of things are occurring. That was my dog Misty. And I go to look at it and I see Hyde Park. And I want to tell you what the Holy Spirit showed me so we could learn something from this. They are going, you know, they claimed ISIS was crushed and all this. Some people believe that ISIS is the CIA. I'm not sure where I stand on that. I'm sure part of it has to be manufactured for the end times, but it seems to be that we're claiming they're stomped out while they claim responsibility for major attacks. And so what the Holy Spirit has revealed to me, if you want to listen, as a messenger from God with a proven track record, I come to tell you that they have sent out some type of message to people all over the United States and all over the world that the war is on. Radical Islam, versus Christians. And they are targeting them to take them out. And we'll continue to see this. We'll continue to see attacks on places of worship. It's the bloodlines. It's from the bloodlines. So there's two different bloodlines that came out from the lineage. Cain and Abel, and then there was, and down forward. One of them led to Ishmael, which was a different bloodline. Let me close with this, and this is also very important. This is really important. Someone had sent me a link to this Event Horizon thing, so this is the second thing I've been following. And there's a picture of it. Event Horizon Telescope scientists reboot. Journey to the supermassive heart of elliptical galaxy M87. That is where the black hole was discovered in April, also in April of 2017, 2 years ago, same month. Look at the date. April 23rd, same date. So now I believe the Holy Spirit was leading me to count forward a certain number of days here from April 23rd that the Holy Spirit gave me, but I'm not led to do that publicly. I'm not led to do that publicly. I'm just showing you information. So let's go to this video where they zoom in on the heart of that galaxy. You ready? Look at this. Come on. Coordinates. Start location Spain. Coordinates 37 is the first two. Are you kidding me? So let's look at this. Watch. Is this the right video? No. We were meant to see that. Sorry, this thing's a hot mess. Here it is. Zooming in on the heart of Messier 87. When I see the number 37, the reason why I keep mentioning that, it's a sign from God that I'm to warn that something's coming that will lead to war. You ready? So this is them zooming in on the heart of the galaxy of M87. Watch this. It's very short. Because what I want to explain to you is when it fully zooms in, I saw exactly that in my backyard in 2014, and no one can explain to me how that happened. I saw that in the eastern sky over my house. And so what I was shown was the area around that, except with my naked eye. And these guys had the 10 most powerful telescopes in the world. God allowed me to see it with the naked eye. So let's go. Can we go to that video and show you what I recorded in 2014? That is a totally dark sky being recorded with the cell phone, and what I captured. You know what it looked like? What I just showed you when those telescopes zoomed in. And so what I was showing you was, what I was told was that beware the red horse will rise, which is war. And the white horse previous to that is the Antichrist. So, sticking to Bible, I'm just going to tell you, I've just showed you a bunch of information that all happened in one day. And there's many more prophecies I have. And they will come to pass with 100% accuracy because God spoke them. No man could have done everything I just showed you happening on the same day. Show you a video of this big red gaseous cloud over my house in 2014. And now they're claiming they just discovered it and revealing it in 2019. Discovered in 2017, revealed in 2019. In April. Discovered in April, revealed in April. And so, I don't know what, I'm speechless. It's hard for me to be speechless. I'm speechless. I'm presenting the information. We are about to see a lot of things. And the church is going to be removed. The true church will be removed before those horses ride. But look how close we are to that. And I'm asking you to turn to Jesus. Turn to Jesus. Turn to Jesus.